ready.
All right.
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Welcome to WellsCountyVoice.com. We are live here in Columbia City as the Norwell Knights get set to take on the Bishop Luers Knights. No, I am not Greg Van Meter. I am Scott Menser. I'm joined with Noah and Derek, so they can keep me in line. Greg couldn't be here tonight, so Lupton doesn't play until tomorrow night, and I just wanted to come to Columbia City so badly. And we got some school songs going on. So, guys, I've not seen the Norwell Knights this year. What's in store for me?
This team is quite up and down. They've gone on several winning and losing streaks, starting out the year with 4 losses, going on biggest losing streak now, I believe, is at 7 coming into sectional play. They've gone on winning streaks, however, as big as 4 and 5, compiling a total of 4 conference wins, finishing actually in 5th place as there was a 4-way tie atop the Northeast 8. They finished the conference at 4 and 3. And basically it was an up and down year. They struggled in that Huntington North tournament. Did go 0 and 4 in a couple of days. That's what will happen when you play a couple of 4A teams, and it'll kind of wear you out. But this team has shown the potential to be right with some of the best athletically. Bishop Luers, this game was tied just a few weeks ago at 30 at the half, and the Luers Knights blew them out of the water 44-12 in the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it was tied 30 at the half, that was a big Luers second half, because this finished up at 74-42. Looking at the, I don't know where that was, 74-42.
Yeah, that's right.
So that was a big second half. So what are the keys, guys, for this game for the Norwell Knights to compete?
Really, in the first and second half, they have to come out with some intensity. They've done a great job coming out in the first half with that great intensity. They're starting off really well. But I think especially in that third and fourth quarter, when they're swapping, when they go back to the bench, they lose some kind of energy. They lose teamwork. And it almost looks like they're losing confidence to shoot the basketball. So hopefully tonight everything will just come together. It is the postseason, so one loss, and you're done. So you definitely want to hope for the best for these 3 seniors.
Well, Luers comes in with a Saturn rating of 79, Norwell 63. In the last outing, Luers lost to Huntington North 61-44. Norwell lost to Homestead 69-43. Versus common foes, Luers is 4 and 5, Norwell is 2 and 6. Strength of schedule looks like this. Luers' pretty tough schedule. Their opponents have racked up 274 wins versus 200 losses. Norwell's opponents 296 to 254. So both these squads playing pretty tough schedules. Over the last 30 years, these teams have met once, and Luers with the win. And again, we already talked about that. It was a 74-42 W back on February 16th. The Sagarin prediction, for what it's worth, is Luers 68, Norwell 53. Now, folks, I got to remind you that we're on pretty shaky internet terms here. So we're going to do the best we can. So we apologize if we have any disruptions tonight, but we will plug away as best as we possibly can to get this ball game out to you tonight. So we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to thank a few sponsors, and we'll come right back and bring you your starting lineups.
costly misconceptions about collision repair. Brought to you by Lawrence Body Shop.
The insurance company is responsible for selecting the shop to repair your vehicle.
False. Insurance agents and adjusters have no authority in telling you where to have your vehicle repaired. It's your investment and responsibility to select a competent collision repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust. Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Norwell Knights basketball here in sectionals up at Columbia City High School. Coach J.J. Foster of Bishop Luers comes in his 3rd year. Has an overall record of 33-32. Of course, Coach Hawkins, 7 years here at Norwell. 119 wins to 56 losses. And Noah, you got our starters over there. You want to knock those out for us?
Yeah, sure. For Norwell, they will be the home team on the scoreboard. Starting at guard, number 10, Cody Shively. At another guard, senior, number 12, Ian Kissel. Junior, number 20, Cole Wilson. Another senior, number 30, Colt Rinkerberger. Number 32, Bray Wilson. He's also a senior. So 3 seniors on the team. All of them are starting. Hopefully this game will go well for them, and they'll just play their hearts out. And then for Bishop Luers, number 11, Ray Walker, junior. Number 12, J.J. Foster, also a junior. Number 15, Blaine Cook, junior. Number 25, Anton Berry, junior. And then also running up the starting lineups for the Luers, number 35, Jordan Banks, senior. And he is 6'5", but they also are starting 2 5'11", Blaine Cook, number 15, 6'6", and also Anton Berry, number 25, is 6'5". So they definitely have some height to them that Norwell does not have.
All right, as always, your starting lineup is brought to you by First Bank of Bern, rated #1 best performing bank in Indiana. First Bank of Bern. And we will turn up the crowd mic and let the starters get introduced one more time before we get this game underway. Thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. Just a reminder that tomorrow we'll be back on the air as the Bluffton Tigers take on the Woodland Warriors, and that will be live from the Tiger Den. Southern Wells they get a first-round bye. They will see their first action on Friday. This game is being played at Westdale, so the Raiders hook up on Friday. And tonight we'll see if the Norwell Knights move on. It's interesting that for so many years it was Bluffton who had to get by the Bishop Luers to get out of sectionals. Now we're sitting here in Norwell has got to get by Luers to advance in sectionals.
Norwell, of course, winning 5 of the previous 6 sectional championships. They had a streak of 5 in a row before it was broken last year by the host Columbia City.
And now, tonight's opening game features the Bishop Luers Knights and the Norwell Knights. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Principal Tiffany Albertson, Athletic Director Rick Brown, and the visitors on the scoreboard, the Bishop Luers Knights. Introducing the non-starter.
All right, let's turn up the crowd mic and listen in.
Bushel. Number 3, Jason Davis. Number 4, Alex Neer. Number 5, Sydney Curry. Number 22, Arian Chapman. Number 32, Tyler Prince. And number 55, Elijah Jett. Starting for the Knights of Bishop Luers, number 11, Ray Walker. Number 12, J.J. Foster. Number 15, Blaine Cook. Number 25, Anton Berry. And number 35, Jordan Banks. Bishop Luers is coached by J.J. Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Principal Mark Finch, Athletic Director Eric Morgan, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Norwell Knights. Introducing the non-starters for Norwell, number 15, Levi Ledig. Number 22, Grant McMichael. Number 23, Quentin Middleton. Number 25, Riley Stauffer. Number 33, Carson Ringer. Number 40, Christian Bahana. And number 43, Cole Lewis. Starting for the Knights of Norwell, number 10, Cody Shively. Number 12, Ian Kissel. Number 20, Cole Wilson. Number 30, Colt Rickenberger. And number 32, Bray Wilson. Norwell is coached by Randy Hawkins. Officials with tonight's opening game are Jeff Lytle, Ryan Kingline, and Sean Miller. At this time, will everyone please stand for our national anthem, which will be sung by CCHS graduate and Nashville recording artist Hannah Schaefer.
Broad stripes and bright stars.
Wow.
Great job, Hannah.
That was pretty good. So a live rendition of the national anthem. She belted that out.
Definitely a key for Norwell is going to be getting out to a hot start, rather, on the shooting end of things. That's where they've struggled in the second half. That's where they fall behind, is when they can't find and put the biscuit in the basket. They've done a nice job in the first and second quarters of previous games, and then looked pretty bad after halftime.
Yeah, and then also another thing that the Knights need to do to get a win out of tonight is rebounds. You know, even though Bishop Luers has the height, Norwell really just needs to get as many rebounds as they can as Bray Wilson gets the opening tip.
Go ahead, guys. Take it away.
Bray Wilson at the top of the key, trying to get into Cody Shively. Cole Wilson swings it around to Ian Kissel. Gives it back to Cody Shively and back around to Cole Wilson. Fairly good ball movement from the Knights so far. Ian Kissel trying to drive on Foster, puts it up and is rebounded by, I believe, number...
That's Banks, I think.
35 Banks. Number 15, Cook, had the ball and swings it over to Walker. Pounds it inside to Banks.
Banks stepping out on the J there.
Yeah, he is not afraid to do that. Still 0-0 for this game tonight. Bray Wilson passes it out to his nephew. Fairly good ball movement from the Knights. They're being fairly patient so far, and I was really looking to see if they were going to do that, if they were just going to try to shoot as many shots as they could.
So you think slowing down the pace of this game helps the Knights?
In this case, with a tall team like Luers, I believe so.
Yeah, if they can control the pace, I think they're going to have a way better shot at winning this game, as Luers really likes to run. That's where they beat the Knights earlier this year, was in transition in the second half.
Cody Shively throwing up the wild shot. He gets his own rebound, but Foster steals it away from Ian Kissel and gets the easy layup to go. Luers are pressing, but passes up to Bray Wilson, throws it back to his nephew, Cole Wilson, and he gets a nice layup to go. That was a great press breaker by the Norwell Knights. Barry inside, and he draws a foul. An interesting story about Barry. We believe that he is a transfer. The last time that the Knights of Norwell and the Knights of Luers met, Barry did not play at all. We believe he was just not able to play at that time, but he's looking very good now.
Barry was a pretty big factor in the JV game prior to the varsity game on that evening, as he knocks down the first free throw.
Well, a pleasant addition for Bishop Luers here in sectional play, huh? Can't beat that.
He was able to make both of those, so Luers is up with a 2-0 lead.
4-2.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4-2. That's right.
Yeah, it's a good timeout by Randy Hawkins, as Norwell having a lot of trouble breaking that press.
We'll be back.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. It's 5:42 on the clock here in the first. 4-2 Bishop Luers. Take it away, guys.
Bray Wilson will inbound, and I'm sure Coach Hawkins had a lot of stuff to say about the press breaker for the Knights. They did a great job that first time of getting through that. It turned into an easy layup by Cole Wilson. Bray Wilson has the ball now at the top, passing it over to Ian Kissel. Cole was looking for that flash by Cody Shiva, but he was unable to get the ball to him. Little mismatch between Kissel and Banks, number 35, but Bray Wilson throws up a shot from the three-point line, and it was taken down by Walker. And Cook has the ball right now, and he has passed it to Ray Walker. And that's fairly good ball movement by the Luers Knights so far. And they definitely had a lot of that when they played the Knights of Norwell last time.
That's Foster with the tray.
Yep. And then Cody Shively losing a little bit of the handle. Long pass to Cole Wilson. And I think that's key for the Norwell Knights. To break that press, you really need a middle man just to keep passing you in and out.
Norwell thrives in a half-court offense. Not good in transition, as they're definitely not the quickest, especially being an undersized team. But when they're in the half-court offense and get an open three look, they're pretty good, especially Kissel at the top of that rotation.
Yeah, Kissel is still yet to score. Cole Wilson throws up a three and misses. Comes down by Banks. I'm sorry, by Barry. Banks is inside, and he pounds his way through, but a foul will be called on number 30, Cole Rinkenberger, and that will be his first.
He's going to call a two-shot foul as well.
That's the team's second. And actually, that will be called on Cody Shively.
Looks like it's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, they did change it. He initially signaled a 2-shot foul.
Oh, good inbound pass.
And Banks with the easy put in. Bray Wilson doing a great job of putting the ball on the floor and just dribbling right up there and kind of plowing his way through. Cole Wilson on the side trying to do a little move on Banks.
Nice move by Bray Wilson through
Got
the
it.
lane.
Flip in the harm.
Nice move by Bray Wilson, splitting the defense and able to get the basket. And the chance at 3 points.
The foul was called on Ray Walker, number 11, his first, team's first. And the Knights doing a fairly good job of free throw shooting. Of course, that one did not go in. Ian Kissel, he's kind of off to a great start with the season, but really struggled a little bit here in the second half. As number 35, Banks, picks up his first foul for the Luers, team's second. And a substitution will come in for the Luers. Sidney Curry comes in for Banks. And actually, Sidney Curry, he is a 6'7" freshman. I believe everybody will recognize him from the first game, as Cole Wilson just drives it right on in and kicks it to Colt Rinkerberger.
I think Cole should have taken that right to the basket.
I agree.
Talked about Curry in the middle. His only issue is he's had a little bit of problems keeping his head on the floor. He's been ejected from a game for delay a game twice. He's in the very next game, as a matter of fact, he was issued a technical once again for hanging on the rim. So 3 times here in the last week prior to sectional, he's had a little bit of an issue keeping his head on the floor.
And Ian Kissel puts it up, and it is pulled down by Curry. That's a great shot by Kissel. I hope that he keeps taking those shots and he just keeps getting confidence as Foster puts in the 3-point shot. Cole Wilson passing it to Bray Wilson, and he goes up for the layup and misses, and as Curry pulls it down.
Norwell starting to be sucked into the Luers' pace of game here. That's going to be an issue for Norwell.
Oh, deep 3.
That was pulled down by Barry.
Yep.
And he ends up making that shot, so now it's 4. Right?
No basket. He's not going to count the basket, as Luers upset with that, but they're not going to count the basket. Now they're going to talk about it. That may be changed.
Well, I think they called it offensive. Did they call it an offensive foul?
Yeah, it was an offensive foul by Sidney Curry, number 5.
Okay, I think what Luers thought was perhaps it was over the back on the rebound, on the second attempt for a rebound, and that's not the case. Good to see Riley Stauffer in there for the Knights.
He came in for Colt Ringerberger as Bray Wilson puts up a 3 and comes down by Curry.
Something Norwell struggled with, especially in this gym. They had just 9 points at halftime in a round. Yeah, that was a travel. They had just 9 points in the first half against Heritage last year in this sectional. Struggled scoring a ton before going on to win in a double overtime.
And what happened there, Derek? I was looking down at my iPad.
That's a travel.
That was a travel by who?
I believe it was Curry inside.
All right, thank you very much. Cole Wilson up on top of the basketball. Now over to Cody Shively. You know what? This game's been fairly physical. Barry's doing a good job of trying to get physical up on top as Cole Wilson puts up a 3-point shot and taken down by Barry.
Well, here's the reality. Norwell's getting some good looks and some nice looks from outside. They're just not being able to knock him down, as that's not close. Is Barry missing the 3?
And those long passes, too, have been really good from Norwell to break that press. They've done that the past several times. Cole Wilson with the ball up top. Might have traveled, not sure, but that basket is still not good and pulled down by Curry.
Norwell missing some point-blank looks around the rim as well.
Ball was tipped, and Cody Shively ended up stealing that ball away. Bray Wilson over in the corner. Excuse me.
Good chance Norwell's going to try to hold for one shot here, but a very low-scoring quarter is just 4 first-quarter points for Norwell.
12 seconds left on the clock. And this quarter is, I think, gone by pretty quickly. 5 seconds left to go.
Got to get a shot.
Yeah, Ian Kissel's trying to get away. The shot will not count.
We have finished one here at Columbia City with the score. Bishop Luers Knights 12, Norwell 4 on your Subway scoreboard. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Great. I've got to walk by dresses, then hosiery, then women's fine clothing. Where are the men's clothes?
Men, does this sound familiar? Avoid the women's department altogether by going to Masterson's Incorporated Store for Men. You heard right, a store for men. At Masterson's in Bluffton, you'll find famous make clothing like Palm Beach, Calvin Klein, Lauren, Van Heusen, and shoes by Johnson Murphy, Florsheim, and Dockers. Masterson's also has tuxedo rental and is the Boy Scout and Cub Scout distributor for the area.
Wow, look at this. A store just for men.
Masterson's Store for Men, 127 West Market Street. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Quarter number 2, Knights down by 8. Noah.
Yeah, Norwell, they did not hit a lot of shots. They only hit 2 of 12 from the field in that first quarter. And Bishop Luers, they were 4 of 8 from the field. So Norwell just needed to do a better job of getting those shots to go in. But the 3-second violation will actually be called on Curry.
I think Norwell did their job on the defensive end. If they're able to hold Luers to 12 points a quarter, I think that's a good job.
That's a good point, Derek. I mean, giving up 12 points to the Knights in one quarter is pretty good effort.
Ian Kissel trying to drive in, little shot up, and he makes it.
Nice shot from mid-range. Not a common shot from Kissel. Has a lot of contact, no call underneath. And the basket's good by Curry.
I am very shocked that was not called a foul. Ian Kissel passes it up to Cole Wilson. He drives baseline, passes it back to Riley. Now out to Cody Shively. He makes it.
Good ball movement for Norwell on that possession.
And lead cut to 5.
Assist by Bray Wilson. And the substitute did come in during the change, and that was Jason Davis.
Nice job, Bray Wilson. Forces the turnover, gets the timeout, and the Knights on a little bit of a run.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton. We'll be hosting a Kinsey Clinic in the morning from 9 to 11, followed by lunch at noon. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out our expanded facility, this is your chance. In addition to lunch, we will be offering discounts on parts. We'll be on hand to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to visiting with each and every one of you and show you our product lines. Once again, the open house is February 23rd with the Kinsey Clinic from 9 to 11, followed by lunch.
Bray Wilson inbounding. Ian Kissel now to Cody Shively. Looks like the press is just man-to-man now. They were trying to trap quite a bit there in that first quarter. Cole Wilson with the ball. Back up to Bray. Ian Kissel's been trying to fight through a lot of bodies inside recently. Bray Wilson trying to kick it out to Cody Shively, but it was actually stolen by Foster. And now Bray Wilson gets another steal by Barry. Ian Kissel wide open.
Got it.
The three.
Nice find by Riley Stauffer making the extra pass. He might have had a shot, but Kissel was wide open, streaking down the floor, and the lead all the way down to 2.
And this is a great comeback by Norwell, and it's just a huge confidence builder for them as well. Cook passing it in to Barry. Back out to Cook. Thought about the 3. Yeah, Cody Shively was being very physical there.
That's where the majority of Cody's fouls have come from this year, is ball pressure and making contact with the man who has the basketball.
And now Walker will come back in for Jason Davis. Foster inbounding the pass to number 11, Walker. Back over to Foster. Great double team in there, great help defense, but it goes back out to Walker. It's a great assist by number 25, Barry. Looks like they're just going to leave it for Cody and Foster to come up the court.
Yep, there's the foul.
That's a great call by the official. J.J. Foster picks up his first foul and the team's 4th.
Those officials, by the way, Jeff Little, Brian Gagline, and Sean Miller this evening.
It's very good that they're able to be recognized in the roster. It's a great save by Cody Shively. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get to that one. And Cody doing a great job of handling the ball tonight. I don't think he's really had that role all that much this season, but he's definitely shown a lot of potential through that. Barry stealing the ball from Bray Wilson. Walker dribbles up the court. Passes it to Foster. That's a great job driving in, but no basket.
I think that foul is going to be on Riley Stauffer.
Yeah, I would agree. That will be his first, team's 4th. Substitutions. Number 5, Curry, comes back in for number 15, Cook. And then number 30, Colton Rinkerberger for the Norwell Knights, comes in. I think that was for Bray Wilson.
Boy, a lot of size right now in there for Bishop Luers.
Yeah, just doing a great job keeping that size on the floor. Yeah, you got Banks, number 35, Barry, 25, Foster, 12, Walker, 11, and Curry, 5, and 3 of those are 6'5" and above.
A lot of contact out top.
And the count is on. Cole really needs to get rid of it, and there he finds Colton Rinkerberger, passes out to Cody Shively, and he makes the 3.
Nice find from Colt Rinkerberger to find Shively in the corner for the triple.
And then Banks puts out
the big man knocking the 3 down.
That's something we see a lot in this area for teams that play Norwell. Oversized teams like to step out and shoot the 3.
Yeah, and you would think the obvious thing would be to do is get all of your bigs,
right.
Well, at least maybe 1 or 2 just down low, and that would be an offensive foul.
Wow.
Shively.
That's a pretty surprising call given the amount of contact they've been allowing.
Yeah, it's a lot of times we see once we get into sectional play, things are called a lot looser from the officials. This game being called more to what Luers is used to in the SAC.
And that was Cody Shively's 3rd foul of the game, and he came out. Quentin Middleton and Bray Wilson came in.
So how big is that to have Shively on the bench with 3 fouls at this point in the game?
He's done a fairly good job for the Knights as Bray Wilson steals the ball. But still, Quentin Middleton has done a great job of filling his spot in this second half. First half, Quentin didn't. It looked like Quentin was uncomfortable. Would you agree with me, Derek?
Yeah, I'd agree. And Quentin is usually looking a little more comfortable on the floor than that as he started for a good chunk of the season before Christmas break, as that one's tossed away and it's a live ball turnover.
Yeah, Walker passes it back out to Barry. Back to Walker. Still a lot of contact down under and on the ball, and that.
Yeah, that's a good no call, I believe, as Bray Wilson trying to sell that call for not the first time this evening.
Yeah, it would have been better if he would have fallen down, but it would have just been a flop too, as Walker steals the ball yet again from Bray Wilson.
Yeah, once again, this pace starting to become more like Luers likes to run, and Norwell needs to get back to the half-court offense. They've been doing a nice job in that set so far this evening.
Yeah, to this point, Norwell has 5 turnovers, and Bishop Luers has 6 turnovers. That's a nice little shot by Banks, but he gets his own rebound. Still is unable to make the shot, but Barry able to get his rebound, and he drew the foul.
Luers all over the boards at this point.
That was Quentin Middleton, number 23. That was his first foul. Norwell's 6th foul. So the next one will put Bishop Luers into the bonus as Barry makes his first free throw.
Talked about Norwell having 5 turnovers here in the first half. That's uncommon for a not only this year's team, but for a Randy Hawkins coach team in general, with relatively fewer possessions than a normal Coach Hawkins team.
Number 15, Cook, for Bishop Luers came in. And also Jason Davis comes in to replace, the number 25, Barry. Ian Kissel just walking the ball up. Very fast walk. He tries to drive, but Walker would just not allow it, and he actually ends up getting called for the foul, and that was his 2nd foul, team's 5th.
This thing's becoming a little inconsistent as far as when a foul's going to be called out top. There's been a lot of contact the entire first half, and sometimes it's a foul, sometimes it's not.
Quentin Middleton with the basketball. Thought about driving inside, but he saw that it wasn't there, and that was a good idea. Ian Kissel passing it back out to Quentin. Bray Wilson looking for the kick out, but Cole Wilson takes up a shot, and it did not hit anything.
Levi Leidig's going to check in for him right now.
Yeah, Levi, just a freshman on this Norwell Knights roster.
Pretty highly touted by Coach Hawkins.
Yeah, and he's done a great job this second half of the season, coming in and really showing a lot of hustle on the floor, and that's one thing that Coach Hawkins loves, and he listens to him, Coach Hawkins says, trying to steal the ball, but Curry missed the basket, and it was brought down by number 30, Colt Rinkenberger.
I think the Knights are going to need a bucket on this possession as they trail currently by double digits with 1:40 left in the half.
Ian Kissel with the basketball, passing out to Levi Leidig. And that's his thing. Levi Leidig, he loves to penetrate with the basketball.
Yeah, he sure does.
He really needs to develop that outside shot. If he does that, then he can be even more
nice
aggressive.
Rebound. Nice strong rebound for Colt Rinkenberger fighting inside.
Yeah, he really had to work over and go get the basketball. That wasn't just one that came right to him by any means. Levi passing it to Colt, passing it over to Ian Kissel. Ian penetrating with the basketball, unable to make the layup, brought down by Curry. Passed over to Walker. To Davis, and now back to Curry.
Yeah,
he traveled with the basketball.
He moves before he puts the ball on the floor. He's going to get called for that every time by the outside official.
And Jordan Banks comes in to replace him. Also, Anton Berry comes in as well for number 11, Walker. Wiley Stauffer also comes in for the Knights. Randy Hawkins yelling out clear, so Bray Wilson can easily bring up the basketball. They might be looking for that last shot as 35 seconds click down on our scoreboard.
Oh.
Bray just lost control of it as Barry steals the ball.
Yeah, now they really need a score before the end of the half as this lead's ballooned all the way up to 13.
Yeah, 18 seconds left in the first half. Ian Kissel with the basketball, trying to get something going for the Knights. Riley Stauffer tries to set a screen. Almost like a slippery spot up there on top. Quentin Middleton with a long three-pointer, unable to make it. Rebounded by Barry. He takes a half-court shot, and it almost went in.
All right, at the end of the first half, your WellsCountyVoice.com score is the Bishop Luers Knights 28, your Norwell Knights 15. And we'll be back with some halftime stats in just a couple minutes.
You can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you. With a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y. Start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
We serve
and we care.
Med-Surg and ICU at Adams Memorial Hospital. Always here so you stay healthy in every way. We monitor
and we prevent.
Worthman Fitness at Adams Memorial Hospital. Our goal is for you to be healthy in every way.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. We are here at halftime at Columbia City High School. Derek Decker, Noah Tobias, and your Greg Van Meter fill-in, Scott Menser. All I'm doing is pushing buttons. I'm letting these guys do everything else. For one reason, I can't read this small print up here in the dark, so I'm of no good to nobody. Well, guys, we're down by 13 here at halftime. Talk about that first half a little bit.
Yeah, for Norwell, it was just a struggle a little bit from a shooting standpoint, especially in that first quarter. I think you said 2 for 12, Noah, in the quarter. They got some open looks. They drove to the basket a couple times, wove through the defenders, and got a couple looks at the rim. Weren't able to knock them down. Had a couple open threes. Weren't able to knock them down. But they're definitely thriving in the half-court offense. And when they're able to move the ball and get a three in rhythm, so to speak, they're definitely knocking them down. Ian Kissel's knocked it down. Cody Shively's knocked it down. And Norwell definitely, I think, getting the job done on the defensive end. 28 in the first half is going to be enough to keep Luers at bay, to keep them at 28 points. It's about where they were at in the first half of the matchup a couple of weeks ago. As the second half, most notably the fourth quarter, where Luers ran away in the previous matchup.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to watch and see what Luers is going to do here in the second half, but also that fourth quarter, like you said, in that last meeting against the Luers and the Knights, just that was where everything started to really click for the Luers. They scored a lot of points in that fourth quarter, but we'll have to see what happens. Let's get into some statistics here. Individually scoring, starting with the Bishop Luers. Number 3, Davis, had a basket. Number 5, Curry, had 4 points. Number 11, Walker, had 3 points. Number 12, Foster, had 8 points. And he is your leading scorer for both teams. Number 25, Barry, had 6 points. Number 35, Banks, had 5 points. The Bishop Luers, they were 10 of 18 from the field, which is 55%. They were also 6 of 10 for 2-point field goals, which is 60%. And they were also 4 of 8 for 3-point field goals, which is 50%. As a team, they were 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And then non-scoring, they had 6 assists total, 3 of them coming from number 11, Walker. They had 14 rebounds total. Number 25, Barry, had 6 rebounds. And he, remember folks, number 25, Barry, he did not play in that first meeting against the Norwell Knights. So he has definitely made his mark on this game tonight. They also had 6 steals, the Bishop Luers. 2 of them coming from number 25, Barry, and another 2 coming from number 12, Foster. They had they were called for 5 fouls in that first half, and then 7 turnovers, 3 of them coming from number 5, Curry, and another 3 from number 25, Barry. And now for your Norwell Knights, the home team on the scoreboard. Cody Shivey had 6 points. He was 2 of 2 from 3-point land. Ian Kissel had 5 points. Number 20, Cole Wilson, had 2 points. And number 32, Bray Wilson, had 2 points. The Knights were 6 of 20 from the field, which is 30%. Not a very good percentage for this Norwell Knights team. This is very interesting. Both for 2-point and 3-point field goals, they were 3 of 10. Don't really see that every day. But free throws, the only person who took a free throw in that first half was Bray Wilson. He took 1 and he missed it. Non-scoring for the Knights, they had 5 assists total, 2 of them coming from the senior number 32, Bray Wilson. And then also they had 4 rebounds total to Bishop Luers' 14. And then Norwell also had 4 steals, 3 of them Bray Wilson got. And then also they were called for 6 fouls, 3 of them coming from number 10, Cody Shively. He'll really have to play a lot less physical this second half. I guess he was just kind of getting picked on in that first half by the officials. And then also Norwell had 6 turnovers, 4 of them coming from number 32, Bray Wilson, and then the other 2 coming from number 12, Ian Kissel. So the 2 seniors on the floor, 2 main seniors, I guess, have got those turnovers. So we'll just have to sharpen up their game a little bit coming out into the second half, and hopefully they'll make it a lot closer.
Yeah, I really like what Bray Wilson's doing on the defensive end. I think he's doing a nice job inside. He's got to stay on his feet a little bit more. I think he's learned in that first half. You got to live and learn, and he's learned that he's not going to get the call from the official on the inside. He's trying to draw it a couple of times, really trying to sell that call with all his effort. But I like what he's doing overall on defense. I think the Knights can move the ball a little better. All they got to do is shoot a little bit better, because I think they're getting good looks in that first half. I think the defense is doing well enough to give the Norwell Knights a chance here in the second half as they trail it by 13.
We got a couple minutes to go before we get the second half underway. Let's thank a couple sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Hi, this is Brent Heidi of Heidi Chrysler in Bluffton. The good old days of shopping for a car. No high-pressure sales, people who knew your name, an owner on the premise who cared. You can still experience that at Heidi Chrysler. Since 1975, we have been there for you after the sale with a service department that has consistently been awarded the 5-star award, the highest ranking Chrysler gives to its dealers. So if buying a car with no hassles and at the right price is what you're looking for, then stop by Heidi Chrysler today. You can find us on North Main Street in Bluffton, and when you do, you'll see that at Heidi Chrysler, our reputation means a great deal.
Third quarter just about underway here at Columbia City High School. 28-15. Luers up by 13. As the Knights trying to extend their postseason here in sectional play. Let's see what they do coming out here in the second half. Scott Mentzer pushing buttons. Noah Tobias, Derek Decker on the call. Noah.
Cody Shively is going to be starting for the Knights, and that's very interesting. He comes out with 3 personal fouls. Hopefully he does not get that 4th one here in this third quarter. He just really needs to play smart. Almost like Ian about traveled. Bray Wilson passing the ball to Cole Wilson. And now back over to Ian. Trying to drive the ball on Cook. And he puts it up, but is missed, and Barry comes down with the rebound.
Kissel not able to get that shot to go inside to this point. He's trying to draw the contact.
And Barry puts up the easy layup. That's a great assist by number 35, Banks. Cody Shively bringing the ball up the court. Passing it over to Bray Wilson. Thought about going baseline. That's going to be a foul on, I believe, number 12, Foster. And that will be his second personal foul. Team's first in the second half.
Well, I think these first 3 minutes, guys, are going to be really important to the Knights. They can't afford to let this lead stretch, and they got to show that they can create some momentum.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Scott. Bray Wilson with the ball. Count is on, but passes over to his nephew, Cole. Now back to Cody. He has been a good threat in this game, and he puts up an easy bank shot. Walker comes up and he passes in to Banks. He is very dangerous from the inside, being as tall and as big as he is, and he shoots.
Well, that's a nice jumper.
Yeah, that's something Norwell's not going to be able to stop here in the second half. Luers is able to step out from mid-range and get those shots to go. They're going to be in good shape as Cole Wilson knocks down the 3.
Great assist by Bray Wilson as well. The lead is only to 12 with 6:10 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, if you're the Knights, you're going to have to chip away and can't get it all back in one shot or two. So you're going to have to chip away and get yourself in a position. The goal is going to be to cut it down to 6 or 7 by the start of that fourth quarter and try to work from there.
Now Barry was swatted by Cole Wilson. And a timeout will actually be called, so that's a great job by Cole Wilson.
We'll be back.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why I focus on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, at 824-1928 and put the life back in life insurance.
Well, coming out of timeout, guys, I think the Knights are down to 2 timeouts, if I've got the timeouts accurate.
That's correct.
Yeah, they used a couple there in that first half, but I honestly like that timeout because the Norwell Knights do come out with the ball.
Right, and if you let that go to a jump ball, the possession, I believe, favors Luers.
It actually comes back to Norwell.
Okay.
Yeah, because there were no jump balls in that first half, and Norwell won the tip.
Not a bad timeout. You just got to be a little more careful with them at this point.
Yep. Bishop Luers will be in a full court press. Following the Colton Ringenberger and back to Bray Wilson. That was almost an over and back. Yep,
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, that's it's going to discuss that with the official.
And I agree with that because what he did was he brought his foot over and then he brought his foot back.
You can straddle the line.
Oh yeah,
you can do that. You got to have everything over. The ball's got to be over. Both feet have to be over, and you got to have possession of the basketball, and that's what he did. And then step back over. So I like that call by the official.
Walker with the basketball, passing it over to Barry. Back out to Banks, and over to Cook. Foster working on Ian Kissel, and that foul will be called on Ian Kissel. That will be his team's first of the half. And there was a good amount of contact on that foul, so that was a good call by the officials. Pass out to Cook. Inside to Barry, and he puts up a 2-point shot and makes it. That's a great wraparound underneath the basket.
Luers starting to use their size to its advantage greatly here in the second half as they're getting to the rack easy. Foul's going to be called on, I think that's going to be Barry in there. Wilson's going to go to the line to shoot a pair.
It's actually going to be called on Banks, his second foul.
Yeah,
Team's second.
Banks and Barry were both in there on that one.
Yeah, the official could have called it either way. Cole Wilson makes his first shot. As number 5, Sidney Curry will come into the Bishop Luers lineup, replacing number 35, Banks. And Curry does have one foul. Cole will rattle in his second one. And the pass will actually be stolen away by Ian Kissel, and he puts the ball back up. He misses, and it is returned to Luers.
Kissel didn't realize he had a man and a couple trailers on that one. Foul's going to be called underneath that time. Kissel electing to take that shot. Actually might have gotten away with a travel as well in there.
Yeah, that was a really close call. Cole Wilson will pick up his first foul. Team second.
It's unfortunate, but it's a good defensive effort for the Knights.
Sidney Curry will go to the line, and he will miss his first one. Norwell doing a great job of coming out with a lot of intensity in this second half, and Sidney Curry will miss both. And Bray Wilson rebounded the basketball for Norwell.
Sidney looked very uncomfortable at the free throw line that time.
And you remember what a fan told us after that first game, Ian. I'm sorry, Derek. They said that he was very soft, and that was actually the best game that he ended up having in that season. As Foster puts up a three and airballs it.
Yeah, and you can't judge a kid's toughness when they're playing Norwell. You look at that, and when you really start to determine how tough a kid is, you throw him in the SAC as a freshman, and then you kind of come out of the meat grinder and see how you look after that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Bray Wilson inbounding the basketball. Riley Stauffer coming back into the Norwell lineup, replacing number 30, Colton Rinkenberger.
Stauffer doing a lot of good things. Most likely going to be a starter on next year's squad.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a lot of experience getting to be inside, being the big guy. Hopefully Gavin Glenn will come back. I know that he had surgery on, I believe, his knee, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So hopefully he'll come back stronger than ever. Cody Scheibe with the basketball, working on Barry, but passes it out to Bray Wilson. Bray passes it back to Ian Kissel.
Norwell's got to be careful to still get a quality. That's definitely a contact there, and it's going to be a foul. Norwell's got to look to get a quality shot, even though Luers is making them use a lot of that clock. They still got to look for a quality shot because after holding the basketball for 30 or 40, even 50 seconds, it's kind of pointless to hoist a long three after you've had the ball for so long.
And that foul was called on number 11, Ray Walker, his third personal. The team's third. Ian Kissel with the basketball. Guarded by guarded by Walker. Pass it to Cole Wilson. He will pass it to Bray. And back around to Ian. Ian tried to go baseline, he does, and he ends up putting out the shot. Rebounded by Curry, but Ian Kissel able to get that ball back. And a foul will be called on Bishop Luers. I believe that will be on Walker, and that will be his fourth personal foul.
Once again, Ian Kissel earning that second shot. It's good to see Norwell really fight here in the third quarter, as at this point it certainly looks like they're out hustling Bishop Luers from that standpoint, and it gives Cody Shively an opportunity for 2 points.
He does miss that. Number 12 and number 35 come back in for Bishop Luers as Cook, number 15. And I'm not sure who else came out on that. Cody Shively making his second free throw.
Lead down to 11 here, only cut off 2 off of that halftime deficit. Definitely need to look to try to cut a couple more points off before the fourth quarter.
Barry passes it over to Foster. Foster has 2 fouls so far. Passes it back to Barry. He launches a three-point shot, and he makes it.
That's a big one.
That really sets a statement back to the Norwell bench. And really, Bishop Luers is doing a great job of making shots as Ian Kissel's trying to work on Foster. He ends up drawing the foul on Foster, and that will be his third personal, team's fifth.
Kissel.
So what they're starting guards, one's got 3 fouls and the other has 4.
Kissel, of course, holding a consecutive free throws made record as he's struggled here as of late, but he gets that one to go down.
And what is that? What is the record?
19 in a game, I believe,
yep,
was the number. And, of course, that carried over a little bit before that and at least 1 or 2 games after that. So you're looking at somewhere in the 20s, but definitely 19 for a game.
That was an incredible night for the senior
Sure was.
Kissel. Sidney Curry almost traveled there. And he ends up making that shot, so the lead goes back up to 14, and Bishop Luers calls another timeout, and that's a 30-second timeout.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces powered by her heartbeat are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
2:15 left to go in this third quarter. Norwell trails by 14, as you can see on your Subway scoreboard. Cole Wilson unable to make that shot. Ball stolen away from Ian Kissel, as Barry puts up an easy layup. Cody Shively passing it inside to Cole Wilson. Back out to Bray Wilson, back out to Cole. Ball is stolen away from Riley Stauffer.
This lead's the biggest, I believe, for Bishop Luers in this contest.
Banks with the ball up top, and now over to Barry, and now to Foster, and now to Curry. And Riley Stauffer will pick up his second personal foul. Team's third.
Yeah, I think this is a big possession here, guys. I mean, they let Bishop Luers score. You're talking about an 18-point deficit.
Yeah. especially Norwell, not really a team built for a quick comeback, as we talked about how they like to run in that half-court set.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Derek, they just need to start chipping away, but they need to get some stops first. And Foster.
That's tough. That's pretty good defense in there, but tough shot knocked down by Foster, and the lead all the way up to 18.
Yep, he just basically threw it up and said a prayer. And that prayer was definitely answered. Bray Wilson with the ball. Trying to look for the pass, and he gets it over to Cody Shively. Bray thinks about going baseline. Cody puts up a three-pointer, and he misses it. Rebounded by Barry. And he will lay it up for number 3, Jason Davis. He answered on that last possession, on that last timeout. Bray Wilson with the basketball, passing it to Cody Shively up top, passing it back around to Ian Kissel. He missed the three-point, and that is rebounded by number 12, Foster. And he will put up the layup. And the lead is now by 20. That's a great shot by Bray Wilson. He draws a foul with 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Norwell definitely going to have to get a stop here on this next possession.
Sidney Curry picks up his second foul, team 6th. And number 23, Quentin Middleton, will come in for Cody Shively. And that's a great call by Randy Hawkins. He knew that Cody only has 4 fouls, and he doesn't want him to get any more than that. I'm sorry, Cody has 3 fouls. I knew that didn't sound right. Foster with the basketball, trying to wait for a last-second shot. 8 seconds left to go. Foster puts it into Curry.
It's going to be a foul. That'll put him in the bonus. No, it won't. Looking at that backwards.
Yes, it will.
No, I was looking at that backwards. That's just the 4th team foul on Norwell.
So no foul?
Yeah, he called a foul. It was on Ian Kissel. Okay.
Yep.
All right, we finished 3 here at Columbia City High School. 45-28 on your Subway scoreboard, favoring Bishop Luers. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located. Across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H Park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Kerry Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Kerry Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Norwell Knights basketball here on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. Knights down to the Bishop Luers Knights. Noah and Derek will take it back away.
Number 15, Cook, comes back in for the Bishop Luers, and he replaced number 3, Jason Davis. Barry has the basketball, and I'm guessing the Bishop Luers will just try to waste as much time as they possibly can, as Banks takes it inside and is blocked by Bray Wilson. And Barry puts up a 2-point shot. Very good looking mid-range shot by Barry.
Luers shooting pretty well. That's what's given them a 19-point lead here in the fourth quarter.
Lead is up to 19. Bray Wilson with the basketball. Passing it back to Quentin Middleton. And now to Ian Kissel. Great ball movement by the Knights as Bray Wilson puts up a 3-point shot, but is rebounded by Ian Kissel. That was just a very lucky bounce on that rim.
Long three.
He drains
wow.
that.
That is a deep 3.
Our All right, Norwell will try to press now after that made shot. So whenever there will be a made shot, Norwell will be pressing, but other than that, they will be in that man-to-man defense.
Well, here's something we've seen at the end of games as we eventually we'll tick under 4 minutes or so, and if there's still a deficit, they'll try to play the foul game really early. We saw it especially in that Horizon Christian game. We saw them try to get back in it in the East Noble game. Well, they'll start fouling and force them to the free throw line with about 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, number 15, Cook, made that easy layup shot. Great assist by Foster. Ian Kissel puts up another three-point shot, misses. Rebounded by Barry. And the rebounds are definitely just stacking up for the Luers, as number 15, Cook, was unable to make that, but brought back down.
Travel's going to be called. Probably, boy, he's starting to get up here again, and got to keep his head in the game here.
Yeah, that could have easily been called for a technical foul.
Well, or an offensive foul, for that matter.
Well, I'm saying technical foul on Curry.
Right.
And Curry will be taken out of the game, and he will be replaced by number 22, Arian Chapman.
Norwell faithful, letting him hear it as he takes a seat.
Yeah, the officials are very lucky that did not get out of hand.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about Curry kind of getting in his head a little bit and getting out of control. Just a freshman, so he'll learn at some point.
Brady Wilson with the ball, penetrating inside. Great pass to Colton Rankenberger, but he is unable to finish.
Yeah, that's the kind of looks Norwell's not been able to knock down.
Cook passes it inside to Chapman, and he travels with the basketball. 5:53 remaining in this ball game versus the Norwell Knights and the Bishop Luer Knights.
A little surprise, Luers still running as fast as they are. They're turning the ball over, being real careless with the basketball, up 18 in a sectional game. That's not what you want to do, as Middleton can't knock down the three.
That was brought down by Banks. And he has 5 rebounds to his name so far tonight. Cook puts up a three-point shot and is unable to make it.
Yeah, the pace that Luers is going at right now is going to hurt them in a game where down the road, future sectional games or potentially regional games where they're going to have either a small lead, and that's going to bite them because you got to learn to play with a lead. And at this point, it's 18, but in general, you got to learn to play with a lead.
Quentin Middleton picked up that foul. That was his second personal foul and team 6 foul. So both fouls, next foul for both teams will put the other team into the bonus. And Walker comes back in with 4 fouls for the Bishop Luers Knights.
The Herald prediction looking a little bit too high scoring at this juncture. I believe the prediction was 68-53.
Yep.
I don't think either team's going to get to that
I don't
point.
think so.
Bray Wilson with a three-point shot, and he knocks that down. Foster with the basketball, bringing it up, going up against Ian Kissel, doing a great job of getting past, but stolen away. Yeah, there were just too many Norwell guys in there. And Cole Wilson draws a foul when he makes a 2-point basket, and he will be able to possibly make a 3-point play as number 3, Jason Davis, comes in for number 15.
5 very quick points for Norwell.
Well, I tell you what, a free throw knocks it down to what, 14?
That's doable, but it's going to take a bunch for Norwell.
Foster with the basketball, passing it over to Walker. He gets around Bray Wilson very easily.
Oh, here you go, Derek. Now they're going to spread it out and try to pound some air out of the basketball.
Yep.
Maybe.
Well, I'm guessing Coach Foster talked about that a little bit and probably said something along those lines. But as soon as we see that.
And Cole Wilson just picked up his third personal, team 7, so both teams are now in the bonus.
It's been a pretty common situation for Cole Wilson throughout this 2015-16 season. He's been in foul trouble a ton as a sophomore.
Foster made his first one and missed his second one. He has 15 points for tonight. And Barry puts it right back up. And the lead is back out to 17 points as Bray Wilson throws up a three-point shot and brought down by Walker. Great pass to number 3, Davis. Great teamwork by the Luers. That's a good call by the official. Cole Wilson did not touch that ball at all. Last tipped by number 11, Walker.
Now this has just been overall a very up and down, struggling Norwell basketball season as Kissel knocks down the 3. Quick timeout called by Coach Hawkins. He's down to 1, I believe.
We'll be back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Norwell Knights basketball here on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. Luers up by 56-40. Coming out of timeout number 4 for the Knights. Just a reminder, the Voice will be back in action tomorrow as the Bluffton Tigers take on the Woodland Warriors. Thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com. Noah.
Only 3 minutes, 58 seconds left to go in this ball game. If Norwell's going to do anything, they need to do something huge right now. Cole Wilson is out there with 3 fouls. Number 11 for the Luers, Walker is out there with 4 fouls. Just a couple of guys to keep track of. Walker has the basketball, and he puts up a 3-point shot and misses. Rebounded by Banks, and he will hit an easy layup. I think Bray Wilson really thought that he had that basketball, but obviously Banks actually had it, and he really did a great job of just going to the rim. That foul was on Quentin Middleton. That was his 3rd personal, team's 8th, as number 10, Cody Shively, comes in for Quentin Middleton. Banks goes up to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. And he looked fairly comfortable shooting that shot as well.
They've shot pretty well from the line.
Bray Wilson swinging around to Cole. Looking to pass it back out, and he does. Great Euro step. Great assist by his uncle. Foster working inside. Yeah, now there's just a good amount of body contact on the official. It was just right there in front of the official. So that will be Cole Wilson's 4th foul, team 9th, with 3:19 left to go in this ball game.
Now the reality is it's been a really tough school year for Norwell boys varsity athletics and major sports. Just 10 wins combined between football and boys basketball. Looking to kind of make up for that in baseball, as baseball primed to have a pretty good year under Coach Andy McLean.
And there are a couple of guys that have already signed to go to college on the baseball team, so that's always really exciting to see them continuing their baseball career after high school. Bray Wilson throws up a very flat shot, but Barry gets a hold of that ball and does a great job controlling it. And number 3, Davis, has just a wide open jam. Ian Kissel with the basketball, driving inside, putting the ball up, and missing. Cole Wilson gets the rebound. Bray Wilson also gets a steal. And the ball is put up by by Ian Kissel. And then Barry just wide open.
Norwell not rotating at all on defense.
Yeah, they're just focusing on the basketball.
Long three again.
And rebounded by Banks. Banks with the basketball looking to jam it, but he only gets up the layup. The lead is back out to 22.
That Harold prediction looking much better.
Yeah, it's looking better, doesn't it?
Cody Shiley putting up the three-point shot and misses. Colt Ringerberger just put up his arm at the very ill-advised time, and he picks up a foul.
Foul's actually going to go on Bishop Luers, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And that will be Walker's 5th personal foul.
I'm not sure who's going to be shooting the free throw.
A bunch of people just came in and out for Luers. I'm trying to get everybody.
You got Alex Nayer in there. You got Arian Chapman in there for Luers. Also in there is Blaine Cook.
It's a held ball, possession arrow favoring Norwell.
That was a little bit of a break for the Knights. Pretty shyly passing the ball in to Colton Ringerberger. He puts up a shot, and he misses it. And Cody will be called for the foul. Sidney Curry will be going to the line.
Well, as we near our end of the 2015-16 basketball season, Norwell looking ahead to next season and looking to get some productivity from the bench this year. I think more than just the JV team moving on up. There's a lot of guys that I think came off the bench that'll be starters next year for Norwell and probably provide some quality minutes and points as well. The big issue is going to be, once again, still not a lot of size, as that's really tough to compete with, especially in the Northeast 8.
Bray Wilson knocking down a three-point shot, assisted by Ian Kissel. Norwell still working very hard, but a foul will be called. If that's on Cody Shively, that'll be his 5th. And no, that will actually be on Ian Kissel, his 3rd personal and team's 10th. So Bishop Luers is now into the double bonus for the rest of this ball game, and there is 1:36 left to go.
Shively, of course, going to be the leader of next year's team. Started all of this year. Cole Wilson returns as a starter. He'll be a junior next year. Riley Stauffer probably going to be a starter next year.
And it has definitely been a privilege watching Colt Rinkenberger.
Absolutely.
His first year in basketball, he has done a great job just improving every game. It was really surprising to me when he first came out for the team, but do you know what? He's just really done a great job.
Yeah.
Ian Kissel, great senior. He's only been in the Norwell program for 3 years now.
Yeah.
He was homeschooled before that, but again, great guy, great player. And then Riley Stauffer will come in, subbing in for the last senior, Bray Wilson. Grant McMichael will come in for Colton Rinkenberger, and Levi Leidig will come in for the last senior, Ian Kissel. Bray Wilson, been in the Norwell program for a very, very long time. He's been a great player, great guy, and just really looking forward to what he will be doing in his future. Cole Wilson puts up a three-point shot.
Sagarin, or that John Harrell Sagarin prediction.
Look at that. Right on the, 1 point away, assuming we have no more scoring.
And who made that shot?
That was Leidig inside.
That was Leidig, okay.
Yeah.
Nair with the basketball, and he will be fouled by Riley Stauffer. That will be his 3rd personal.
Well, the margin's going to be pretty close anyway, whether the final score is right on the nose or not. The margin's going to be very close. as that Sagarin Harrell prediction gets uncanny throughout the course of a basketball
It does,
season.
doesn't it?
It's not always the most reliable at the beginning of the season, but after Christmas, as we plug along, boy, that gets really good.
It has ceases to amaze me how close it can actually get.
Yeah.
For football and
absolutely
for basketball.
Absolutely.
Number 23, Quentin Milton, putting up a long three-point shot, pulled down by number 22, Chapman. And Chapman has the ball over there in the corner, being trapped. Pass it over to Cook, to Nair, now to Davis. Back over to Cook. 30
We'll
seconds.
finally run some clock here with 50 seconds left. How about that?
Yeah, and it's not the first team that's running the clock.
And Quentin Middleton, he picks up his fourth personal. I believe Christian Bohada will be coming in for him.
Carson Ringer also set to check in. And both of them will. Quentin Middleton and Riley Stauffer take a seat for the last time this basketball season. The most likely Bishop Luers and Columbia City is going to be essentially for the championship. That game on Friday night at 6 o'clock.
And Levi Leidig gets fouled going inside, and that will be against number 4, Nair. His first personal, team's 9th. Levi Leidig, the freshman, will be going up to the free throw line. Definitely he has made his mark on this season as a freshman.
Yes, he has. He's learning a lot of things. He's doing the right things to earn yourself more varsity minutes. It's about the only thing he struggled with is turning the ball over. But you can't fault him for his aggressiveness. As a freshman especially, as Norwell's going to get the ball back.
I remember the first time Coach Hawkins put him into the game, and I honestly wasn't sure what he was thinking, but he knew what he was thinking.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Great coaching by Coach Hawkins. Great. He had a lot of trust putting in to Levi Leidig as Christian Bohada puts up a 2-point shot. Now will be rebounded by number 15, Cook.
43.
Cole Lewison, number 43, will get his first foul of the ball game.
Well, guys, I can't tell you the last time Norwell went out in the first round of a sectional. Last year it was in the championship. Previous 5 years it was championships. It was winning the championship and advancing to regional.
Yeah, I remember last year's game perfectly, and it was just an amazing game. Hard-fought game.
It was.
The lead is back up to 18 points. Levi Leidig with the basketball. Passing it to Cole Lewison. He puts up a shot. He misses, and it'll be rebounded by number 22, Chapman. And that will be the final score for the first round of sectionals. Norwell 54, Bishop Luers 72.
Let's take a quick timeout, and we'll come back and give you some post-game stats.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Well, the final here at Columbia City High School is Bishop Luers 72, Norwell 54. And for the final time this year, Noah, end the game stats.
First of all, for the Bishop Luer Knights, number 3, Davis had 6 points. Number 4, Nair had 2 points. Number 5, Curry had 8 points. Number 11, Walker had 3 points. Number 12, Foster, 17 points. Number 15, Cook had 3 points. Number 25, Barry had 21 points. And that is actually, he led the game the entire time with that, with 21 points. And then also, number 35, Banks had 12 points. I was very impressed with Barry, number 25.
Absolutely.
I think part of it was just because we didn't get to see him in the regular season, but also he's a great player, and I think he's going to be even greater next year when he gets to play all of varsity, all of the year playing varsity.
Yep.
And then team stats, they were 26 of 40 from the field, which is 65%. That is a great stat. They were 21 of 28 for 2-point field goals, which is 75%. And they were also 5 of 12 for 3-point field goals, which is 41%. From the free throw line, they were 15 of 25, which is 60%. And I'm sure that the Bishop Luers coach would love to see that stat go up a little bit more. Also, non-scoring, they had 12 assists total, 4 of them coming from number 11, Walker, and another 4 coming from number 12, Foster. They had 36 rebounds total. They had 9 steals total, 4 of them coming from number 25, Barry. They were called for 14 fouls in the entire game, and they also committed 13 turnovers, 5 of them coming from number 5, Curry, freshman. And now over to Norwell Knights. Individually scoring, number 10, Cody Shively had 9 points. Number 12, senior Ian Kissel with 16 points. Number 15, Levi Leidig, freshman, had 3 points. Number 20, Cole Wilson had 15 points. Senior Bray Wilson had 11 points. And then as a team, Norwell was 18 of 52, which is 34%. They were also 8 of 22 for 2-point field goals, which is 36%, and 10 of 30 for 3-point field goals, which is 33%. From the free throw line, they were 8 of 12, which is 66%. Not too bad. I'm sure Coach Hawkins would love to see that stat just go up a little bit more as well. Non-scoring for the Knights, they had 12 assists total, 6 of them coming from Bray Wilson, senior, the senior. And then they had 14 rebounds total to Bishop Luers, 36 rebounds. That's an incredible margin, and that just really has to do with Bishop Luers and their height advantage. The Norwell Knights had 8 steals total, 4 of them coming from number 32, Bray Wilson, senior. And then they had 2 blocks, 1 of them coming from Cole Wilson, then the other coming from Bray Wilson. They were called for 21 fouls total, and they committed 10 turnovers, 5 of them coming from number 32, the senior Bray Wilson. Well, it has been an incredible year watching these guys just improve as a team. Definitely, I think they exceeded some of our expectations. We weren't even sure if they were going to win 9, to be honest, but honestly, how they started, losing 4, winning 4. It was a very strange year, but I would say it was a very successful year for Norwell.
So, guys, what would you say would be the highlight? If you were to pick a highlight of the year, what would you pinpoint as the highlight for the Knights this year?
Oh, boy. Well, I can tell you from an overall game standpoint, I think it has to be holding off that late Leo rally in the conference game. Definitely Leo beating Leo and erupting for 79 points on offense. The last time this team scored 60 this year was back in January against Belmont. But, yeah, definitely I think it's got to be Leo.
Yeah, I agree. Leo was just an incredible upset. I think that their heads were coming in a little bit too big in that game. But we are joined tonight by Coach Randy Hawkins. Coach, it's a tough way to end the season, but there was a lot of improvement during this season.
Yeah, you hate to lose like we did tonight. I thought our guys fought from the beginning. I think we just missed some shots. Shots that normally go down for us that we've seen go down. We had some open looks. We just missed, and they converted on their end. They got 3 big guys now. Anton Berry, first game back for him from Northrop. So, we just didn't execute here and there, and they did. They can rebound. They can shoot the ball from the outside if they're not inside with it. They're a tough physical team.
Does that change your rotations at all, Coach, when you see a Barry step onto the floor with this Luers lineup?
No, today was his first game, so he played JV against us a couple weeks ago, and we knew he's probably going to be playing sectional, and you just go out there and play the way we know how to play. We know how to guard them. You got to play physical, and they're a very physical team inside, and you can tell that was evident tonight by the way they played and the way we defended. We tried to defend. We tried to pick up some charges here and there. You're not going to get that call supposedly, so. We got to do some things differently. We got to hit some shots, and we didn't. We knew coming in, we had to hit some shots, take care of the ball, and hit some shots. We're just not going to out-jump them. We're not going to out-man them inside. We just have to do, offensively get it going, and we weren't quite there tonight.
Now, I think it was very interesting how this is Barry's first game.
Mm-hmm.
How did you really scout Barry and what his weaknesses and strengths were on the court?
Well, and that's the problem. I could have looked back at the 2 weeks ago when he played against us, but he's a good ball player. He can go either way, left or right. He's a rebounder. He can hit the outside jump. We knew all that. We saw him do that earlier against us. He just hit shots. He was a man tonight. Against us, he played really well, and that's tough for us. Playing against him because he changes things for him. He really does. From basically a 2-dimensional inside-out team to another 15 to 17-foot jumper. Physical guy can play. So it was tough, but our seniors held their head up high and played really well, and just congratulate them on a good career. Bray Wilson's been around our program a long time. I remember when he was a water boy when I was a JV coach for Ty Platt and sitting behind our bench, and just remembering those kind of things. And great kid, and he wants it so bad. He wants to go out. He's a competitor. Ian Kissel, he goes out. He came his sophomore year. Just a great. He's a competitor as well. He goes out there. He's going to play hard. He's a great kid on and off the floor. And Colt Rinkenberg, our new player this year, and he has not played organized ball, but he can't say that anymore about him. So he's gone out there and he's fought. He's learned so much hopefully this year, and so coachable. Great kid on and off the floor. All 3 seniors are, and look forward to next year. It's you look at this. You got to move forward. And so we are. You hate to lose like this, but you do have to look forward. You have to wake up the next day and go to school and do the I-step for the younger kids and teach and go to school.
Well, when does that happen for you, Coach? When do you kind of turn the page? Do you take some time out just to kind of enjoy what this year meant to you, or do you kind of immediately go into next year mode?
No, I think you got to look at this year and enjoy it, and we're going to have our season in banquet, and so you look back and you look at the memories, and I can care less. I've said it from day one. I don't care about our record. That means nothing to me. With the schedule we have played, the 112th best schedule in the state, and we haven't been that high in a long time. We were usually about right around 130 or whatever, but we played some quality teams, Snyder, Homestead, at the end of the season, Luers twice now, and I think our guys, hopefully learn something. I hope our younger guys learn something, but do I just turn the page? No, you got to look at this season, look back, reflect, and cherish the moments that you had with the guys, and it was a great time. Great 4 years for those guys, and we got some younger guys coming up that we're looking forward to.
Derek, got any thoughts? Well, Coach, I'm a poor rendition of Greg Van Meter, but I appreciate joining us up here.
I appreciate all year long, you guys. Just about every single game, you're here. Guys, I know you're here a couple games without Greg or whatever, and I appreciate that. We appreciate that. I know my family at home, when my wife is not able to make it and have the younger ones, it's easier for her to stay at home, so I appreciate every one of you and Greg Van Meter for coming to our games.
So we could count ourselves as partially raising your kids. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. That's about the only time they see their dad out there on the sideline walking around. But No, it's I appreciate it. It's been great. My first year coaching, I think, was one of the first.
Yep,
first
it was
year
first
you guys,
year.
Yeah, and I appreciate that 100%. That you guys put this together, and people all around the United States, wherever they may be, Norwell basketball fans, and even Bluffton Tiger and Southern Wells, all those fans are able to watch their teams play. People not living in the area, so it's really cool you're able to do this, and we appreciate it.
Well, Coach, it's your product. We're just proud to be able to be a part of it. So thanks as always for helping us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, we've got one more task to knock out before we wrap up this season, and that is our WellsCountyVoice.com Player of the Game. What do you think?
Derek, you're the camera guy tonight.
Yeah, I am, and it's pretty tough because I think there are a couple guys that come to mind when you think about that. A couple guys played well in my book, but once again, and I've gone to him so many times throughout the course of this season, for me, it's Ian Kissel, because I like the way Ian Kissel, he stepped out, made a couple of deep threes. It's definitely his specialty, his brand of basketball, his shooting. And when he steps in the gym, he is in range. He just needs a little bit of time. He struggled a little bit inside. I thought he got to the rim relatively easy a couple times, tried to draw the contact, tried to get the end one, couldn't get the buckets to fall. But overall, I like Ian Kissel, and once again, congratulations to the 3 seniors that graduate after the school year ends. It's been a absolute pleasure to broadcast games this season as a part of the Norwell crew.
Well, I want to thank you guys. I mean, you guys have been here a long time with us, and you guys have stepped up when we haven't had people available to help you out, and done a great job. And it's been a pleasure having you part of the Voice. So
I know. Quickly, I do agree with Derek. Ian Kissel, he had 16 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 10 for three-point shooting. He will either be attending Grace College to play basketball, or trying university, to play basketball, and it'll be exciting to see him extend his career. And really quick, I want to thank everybody that has supported Wells County Voice and has supported me through it. This is my last broadcast for Wells County Voice. Next year I'll be attending Huntington University, and I will be studying broadcasting for them. And without this opportunity, honestly, I would not have figured out what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, potentially. And I want to thank Greg for really mentoring me. I want to thank Cale DeVoe for even giving me this opportunity, talking to me about it. Derek, you have been an awesome partner
it's been
the
an
past
absolute
couple
pleasure,
of years. And Scott, I thank you for the opportunity, really, of just giving me the opportunity of doing this, bringing this website up. So just thank you very much for everybody that has supported this website.
Well said. You guys have done a great job. You've been a real service to us. And, hey, look, Coach talked about it. I mean, we're bringing a product that otherwise people may never get a chance to see these games if we're not there for them. So we want to thank everyone who watches. We want to thank all our sponsors who help make it happen. And, well, guys, I mean, you have seen, I think, every team that's in this sectional. Is Luers the favorite?
I think it's Columbia City.
Columbia City, okay.
Yeah, Columbia City, just from a standpoint of size and strength, they overpower you. They play a game similar to how Norwell plays. They're in the half-court set. They're not afraid to hold the basketball for a minute and a half at a time, but they're very efficient when they have the basketball on offense. They only average in the 50s, play fantastic defense, and definitely for me, it's Columbia City.
But I agree with you. I really do. But I think it'll be interesting how Anton Berry switches.
That's right.
Because he had 21 points tonight in his first basketball game at Bishop Luers. So he definitely made his mark on tonight.
Sure did.
And I think he'll leave his mark.
I mean, when you get another big like that Berry on the floor, now all of a sudden Banks can do some different things.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw him step out tonight and shoot some shots from behind the arc, and you've got that other big underneath. So I don't know. I think Berry may be a difference maker here.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think it's going to come down to that game, Columbia City versus Bishop Luers. So All right, that's going to do it for us. Reminder, tomorrow, Bluffton will be in action. Friday, we've got 3 teams across the Voice Sports Network that's going to be in action. It's going to be Southern Wells, New Haven, and Leo will all be in action. So if you want to check out those games, it will be on the Voice Sports Network. Hey, I want to thank these 2 guys for being a part. And we want to give a thanks to Greg, who couldn't be here tonight. And we're going to wrap things up. This is WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network. Have a great night.